If you want me, if you need me, I'm yours.
My mic's not even on. Amazing. It's a great start. Sorry, I was like trying to do a smooth transition like I always do. And it just didn't quite work out, so it's not embarrassing at all. It's a bit later than usual. I don't know. I just felt so like demotivated today. I don't know what it is, man. Like crypto prices, they're just not doing anything, and it's fine. It's fine. It's just like, yeah, this is daily as well. Like, it's literally just sideways in Ethereum. Consolidation is probably for the rest of the year. And yeah, I guess we just have to grin and bear it. But it's fine. It's okay. We're surviving. We're getting through. What did I want to talk about today? I'm still on this Sato, like, this immaculate conception. Now, I'm not gonna say that this thing could possibly be a game changer, and if you wanted to get a position, like, now is the perfect time to do it. It's like, come on, man. It's 90 cents, yeah. I don't want to go through the whole like breakdown of what it is because I've done that already on previous streams. So the fact is, it's just like I've got a pretty substantial position, and it's one of those ones where I'm just gonna have to just hold it for as long as possible. But there was some FUD today. It was a little bit of FUD, and it was kind of like it was frustrating because I saw the FUD and I was just like, oh man, like, I don't know. And then I even noticed it before the FUD came out. It's just like there's a price differentiate, or there's a price difference between the actual Saito, the actual minting, page, and what's being traded on decentralized exchanges. Just want to make sure the stream's all good. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, there's a difference in price basically, and at the moment it seems like it's more expensive to mint the actual token than it is to actually buy the token. So the token is cheaper on the open market where people can trade it between each other, PvP, but PvE, where you can actually mint it, there's like a price difference of what at the moment it's saying 91 cents, but the mint price is $1.35. So you can see here that basically the amount of tokens that have been minted is 20,100,000. The max supply is going to be like 20,790,000. So originally my understanding of it was that it needed to reach infinity, basically, which is at the top here, $21 per token, with 3,000 ETH in the actual reserve. So at the moment it's at 1,700 pretty much ETH in reserve, and the reserve float is actually just there. It's not, no one can actually get it. It's just there to support the floor price. So yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, okay, but what happened was someone actually said, oh, the mint function is broken because the prices are so different, and they didn't actually understand like how it all works. And this is like a feature, not a bug, basically. So what it means is that you've got to keep an eye on both. You've got to keep an eye on the actual market price, which is currently at 91 cents. But if you wanted to mint fresh tokens, it's going to cost you $1.35. So you're better off at the moment going onto the open market and purchasing the token to hold. At some point, hopefully, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, the price will go above $1.35, and it'll be worth it to mint out the rest of the supply. Now, the reason why you would want the supply to be minted out is because once the mint function is complete, and the 3,000 threshold of ETH is actually in the reserve, there's no longer no one has the ability to mint anymore. So basically, the website will become deprecated. The token will then be like traded PvP against whoever's holding and whoever wants to sell, and there is a burn function. So if you were to sell it now onto like on this site, you can see here it will just basically burn the token. But then, if someone wants to mint it again, then fine. But once the supply actually reaches its maximum, which is 20,790,000, if they were to burn it on this site, I don't know why you would want to do that. Well, you'd get ETH back. If they were to burn it, it would just reduce the supply, but it wouldn't affect the overall reserve. Well, it would fluctuate the reserve, as in the reserve. Well, no, it wouldn't affect the reserve. It wouldn't, because the reserve has excess of what is actually in there. So at the moment, you can see that it's got a net of 222 ETH. So that ETH will just go down. So the reserve gets reduced by its excess. So it's a weird, funky way of doing it, and I think that's my understanding. And I'm sure there's going to be like somebody out there who, if anyone actually does watch my content, who watches this, be like, "What's he talking about? That's not how it works." But from my understanding, that's how it works. I do know that once it does reach that reserve max of 3,000 ETH, it will in fact deprecate the website, and the only thing that will be available is a burn function to get some ETH out. If you want to do that, you can, but you're better off just like PvPing, selling it on the open market, and the trading fees are the trading fees that, and they also get placed into people more than likely are providing liquidity on decentralized exchanges through AMMs, automated money markets or whatever, and they're collecting fees for people trading it, and that's pretty much it. Also, there isn't speculation, but on chain you can see that there are certain exchanges that are actually purchasing this token, this Sato token, in order for people to facilitate people trading on their platforms. It's not one of the major ones. I think it's MEX, not BitMEX, but like MEXC. It's one of the smaller exchanges, and that's sort of like the beginnings of things starting to happen. So we'll see what happens with it. At the moment, someone posted, or the guy who actually developed it, or I don't know if it's a team or if it's a bunch of people, but he basically posted something today. The white paper just updated, so it's here. It's in Japanese, so I'm going to read that to you. I'm joking, I can't read Japanese, but hopefully it translates to English at some point. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So it's a lowercase name, lowercase symbol, 18 decimals. It's an asset. Issuance. The pool is the reserve. Curve and maths and its limits. Deprecation. So mint price grows exponentially. Each new mint costs more ether than the last. Eventually, the marginal cost of issuance exceeds the market price, and minting halts on its own. Burns continue to redeem against the reserve. The curve is asymmetric or asymptomatic, I think. Reachable supply is bound to 20.5 million Sato and declines slightly with each burn. Anything plotted post ETH equals 2,302 ETH is theoretical and not reachable in practice. The curve transitions from active issuance to dormancy. The reserve persists. So yeah, the reserve, like that 3,000 limit, is basically locked to that is the floor price. So you're looking at, for it to get to 3,000 ETH, which is the top here, I guess, it's like a minimum price of $21. Will it get there? God knows. It's all about demand. But basically what this is it's a store of value, in the way that Bitcoin is. But at the same time, I mean, Bitcoin is Bitcoin, and it's on a decentralized network. People use it as currency. This is more of like, just the only reason to hold it is to basically save. So yeah, I think it's got a lot of potential. I have looked at the smart contract, and the smart contract is saying that everything is revoked. So there's nobody involved in the actual, dealings of the actual smart contract. So if there was a bug of some sorts, potentially, because any smart contract can have bugs, or the hook, because it's on Uniswap's v4 hook. If there are any bugs, it won't be able to be changed, just like Unipeg. And we're not going to get into Unipeg. I haven't even looked at the price of that, to be fair. But there is like the DDR, so like the dust reserve. You guys don't know what I'm talking about, and that's okay. So yeah, there's no way. There's no way it's down at 817. Wow, yeah, so it's selling off still. Ugh. I mean, you could get a whole Unipeg NFT for 817. That's crazy. I didn't think we'd ever see those prices again, to be honest. Maybe people are selling it and buying Sato. What you'll find as well, this is the first of its kind. So the way it works is like, you've got the smart contract, which is smart, and then you've got like the the dumb function, which is the Uniswap hook, which is what is responsible for the reserve. So there's like two contract addresses basically. So if you did want to look into it, on the white paper at the bottom, it should have all the details you need, and you just like have to post that into AI, or if you feel inclined, you can look at the code yourself on Etherscan or whatever. But yeah, it's just here. So I don't want to read through the whole thing. The bonding curve is Uniswap v4 pool hook. Attached to secondary Sato USDT market is a separate v4 pool with no hook. They share the same pool manager, but they are not the same pool. A trade routes through the curve only when its pool key is selected. Most exchanges that list Sato will not trade through the bonding curve. They will instead route user orders through DEX aggregators 1 inch blah blah blah. Burning is the same. Burn means swap Sato to ETH through the curve pool, which decrements, is that word? Decrements total supply against the inverse curve and pays out the hook's reserve. This is an action on a specific pool, not a privilege of this site. Any caller, this site, an aggregator, a wallet, a contract that swaps through the pool will burn. So yeah, so the token basically gets burned once it's fully minted out. If people want to buy or sell in the pool, basically those tokens will then be burned away and you'll never get them again. So it's up to you what you want to do. For me, I feel like this is a hold, a long-term hold, and we'll see where it goes. What else has been going on? Nothing really. Like, I've really had to motivate myself today. Like, honestly, I was looking around at everything. There's not really much. They got like the Henta virus going on, and obviously, the people at Pump Fun, the meme coin trading platform, they never miss an opportunity. So obviously, a Henta virus meme coin has been issued, and it's done quite well. I think it's up to like $5 million or something like that. Let me see if I can actually find it. $5 million market cap, which is nothing really in the grand scheme of things if you have any sort of perspective from the previous bull market. Hence virus, here it is. Yeah, 29 mil. No way. 29 mil. Yeah, market cap is 11.5. So yeah, obviously someone, as soon as they saw like it started trending, they were just like, boom, let me do it, and it just took off. But yeah, obviously it's a meme coin, and we all assume, or we're working under the assumption, that meme coins are dead. So probably this thing will come crashing back to earth at some point. I'm sure if I stream tomorrow, you'll see that currently the FDV and market cap is at 11.4. It will be down at like something like 800k, 500k. Someone needs to invent the ability to short these things like instantaneously. I think that would be ideal. But because token creation in regards to meme coins is so fast, it's just it's very difficult to time or to provide the liquidity in order to let people borrow for leverage positions in terms of shorting. But yeah, that's happening too. And then you had Elon, like basically, who is the lead at Pump, basically tried to shill it. But yeah, people are starting to suspect that this virus is it could be the same as the pandemic, but I just don't see how it's likely. The reason why I say that is because not that I've done any sort of research, okay, and I'm not a doctor or anything like that, but it kills people pretty quickly. Apparently it could just be like instantaneous, not instantaneous, but you'll notice like the symptoms, and then within 12 hours you're gone. Everyone's getting together trying to get a cure for it straight away. Apparently it can live dormant in someone for up to 6 weeks. So like you might seem fine, or someone who's been around it might seem fine for quite some time, and then after 6 weeks they just like keel over, and then all the people that they've been in contact with potentially could have it too. So yeah, it could be one of those. I've noticed on Twitter, or crypto Twitter anyway, a lot of people are praying for another sort of like COVID-esque lockdown type scenario, because that's when all the money would be made. But there's got to be another way for, or a catalyst for cryptos who succeed or survive. And it can't just because everyone's locked in their homes and they've got no choice. What I will say though is that, and what's interesting about it is that if it does actually come to fruition and everyone ends up locked in with their loved ones again, once again, hiding from this killer virus, it's gonna basically push forward the time horizons for AI. I mean, the amount of people that brains are just going to be completely fried after after a lockdown with AI, it's going to be insane. I'm dreading. I would dread to come out of my home and think about or see like what type of people come out of it, because the AI thing is just going to corrupt everything. You can create any sort of thing you want in terms of entertainment, narrative, and obviously everyone's going to be perpetually online as well. So yeah, it's quite scary. It's more scary than like the effect social media had on everyone during lockdown. So yeah, let's just calm down. I know everyone wants to make a shitload of money, but like at the same time, think about everyone else in it. I say that, but yeah, so if you joined the spaces last night, you understand what Sato is doing isn't about the issue or method, but consensus mining. It can't possibly launch. Take a look at the updated white paper. It can't possibly. I don't know if that's like mistranslation or something like that. No way someone make a Sato meme already. It's straight up Sato curve launchpad directly lower the curve's hard cap. That ETH. Yeah, so what you're finding as well in regards to this Sato is that there's a lot of copycats. Everyone's trying to mimic it. It's like, oh, why don't you buy Naka, or why don't you buy this one? Why don't you buy that one? And it's just like, there's only one. There could be only one. And the fact that people are trying to farm it and get ahead with it, it's just annoying. You just have to ignore it and ignore anyone who comes up with fun. It's just like they obviously don't know what they're talking about, like this fella who I just blocked immediately. And it's not the first time I'm in a position and I've noticed somebody pop up and try and fun it, or as in talk down on the product, or say that something's broken or it's not going to work, or blah blah blah. And it can be quite scary, especially in terms of price action, when you see price, and I know it doesn't look that vicious now, but at the time when he was saying it was literally doing this, and it's kind of like, oh god, is it just gonna teleport down to zero, or or whatever, or my original entry, which is about 15 cents. Yeah, you just gotta stay off the timeline basically. I'm sort of learning as well, Anson, for instance, who's very popular on Twitter. He's the one who ran the bull market basically last cycle in terms of memes. He called it, he played it well, made a load of money. I'm kind of just not listening to anybody. I'm reiterating what I said yesterday in terms of you just got to make up your mind to go for it, innit? No one forced me to buy ETH back in the day. Everyone just assumed it was just another coin, but if you do your research and try to understand things, they tend to work out quite well for you. So yeah, this is another coin. I think I'm not going to let anyone fund me out of my position. I mean, look at the volume on it, 16 mil. Liquidity is 1.1 mil. So that allows, and I'm repeating myself again, bigger participants to potentially, trade in and out of this thing. With size, you're seeing I think the biggest trade I've seen is someone buying 11,000 of it. More than likely that was an exchange. So that's exchange money going in. But yeah, all it takes is for potentially a Binance listing or something along those lines for this thing to really take off, because like I said, there's only 21 million of them. Imagine you could put $500 into it now, yeah, and you've got 500 Satos, and potentially it does have the capacity, or it does have the ability to reach even 10% of Bitcoin's market cap. I mean, you're laughing, innit? Imagine turning around saying, yeah, I've got 100 Sato, and it's worth 6k or something. I'm being ultra bullish on it, you can tell. But I've got a feeling I'm on the right path in regards to this. It's just about time now. It's just about being patient and not getting funded out of the bags, isn't it? If it goes to zero, it goes to zero. It's quite a scary thing, but at the same time, I'm willing to take the risk on this one. It's not like Unipeg, which had like major smart contract risk in terms of its hook, because it had the extra ability to do the whole NFT minting thing on per token. Um, yeah, that there was a lot of things going on with that contract. Whereas in regards to Sato, it's a very dumb contract, but it's very novel in terms of the fact that there are two prices potentially, the minting price as well as the actual exchange price or decentralized exchange price, which is cheaper at the moment. Yeah, yeah, I think that's pretty much where I'm at with it at the moment. So like, say for instance, you wanted to buy some now, you would be paying 91 cents, but on the market it's 86 cents. I believe, yeah. Or no, to minute it's $1.35 and it's stuck there because of the amount of ETH that is locked into the actual reserve. So yeah, we just need an increase in the reserve. It's going to take some time. In the meantime, like people are just going to keep trading it, and if demand does pick up, all this is going to do is increase price, and then it's going to go to a point where price is above $1.35. People will start minting it again because they're getting a better deal, and that increases the reserve, and so forth. So it's sort of like the reserve supports price. Amazing, it's amazing. There's going to be other novel things. I'm like, what I've noticed as well is just like where is the novel? Where's the new narrative going to come from? And I'm pretty sure it's going to be coming from a V4 hook. This is the second iteration that I've seen that's positive in terms of Uniswap's V4 function. I feel like you've got a smart contract, and the Uniswap V4 hook is like the dumb contract, and attached together it makes a powerful contract. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of innovation here. Honestly, like I've been like mucking, as you probably know, or you probably don't know. I'm all over AI, and as soon as something like this comes out, I will actually go take this, look at the smart contract, look at the code, look at what these people have done. And it's a very simple thing. Who benefits from it in the end? Like if I had built this, okay, my main thing would be to be like, okay, I'm just going to buy up as much of the supply as possible. And probably the devs thought that as well, and even forced themselves to put in a cap of like max 5 ETH buys in perpetuity. Basically, you can't buy more than 5 at a time, and it stopped the sniping. There was also a function that reduced the amount of or increased or gave you a little bonus if you were early. That was it. So even if we were to look at bubble maps, let me bring it up and we'll see if anyone owns more than 2% of the supply, because then that would be a worry. Yeah, are there any whales? Any whales? Yeah, someone's got 2% now. Yeah, so this person's got, and that's an exchange, 346k. So yeah. Close that down. It ends my stream. Yeah. I mean, it's exciting. It's exciting. I'm looking forward to going to sleep now and waking up in the morning and just seeing like, is the price up, is the price down, And I haven't felt like that in a long time. It seems to be like I haven't made money on chain in such a long time. Whenever I bought something, it just like sort of fades away, and it's just like the most irritating thing in the world. Or it gets funded, and like it turns out that the fund was true, and this guy is a scammer, and there's emissions, or like there's nothing with this. There's nothing with this other than the token price, the mid function, and trading PvP. I'm surprised. Like, well, I guess like the bigger proponents in crypto have been talking about it, but like not the majors. I think because the V4 hook is unverified by Uniswap, they're not backing it. So yeah, Sato 100 mil, Asteroid 2 mil. I don't even know where Asteroid's at actually. Asteroid, it had a good run up, but until the only catalyst it's got left is like Elon sticking the actual mascot on a rocket and sending it into space. That would be massive, but you can see it's just like a consolidation. It's flagging out right now after that massive pump. Originally I got it at like 115k, 115 mil market cap, and it's sort of just around there, just sort of like dawdling. Yeah. I don't know what else to talk about, to be honest. Like like I said, I was just trying to motivate myself to get on and actually do a stream, because quite frankly I want to be consistent with it. But yeah, today was like a slow news day, other than the virus thing. And consensus is actually going on as well. Like if you don't know what consensus is, it's just a bunch of Ethereum people sitting around talking, a bunch of VCs just sitting around talking. it's it is what it is. You got like Joe Lubin saying like things like, oh yeah, the whole world will be tokenized, but he hasn't tokenized the MetaMask wallet yet, which just kind of pisses me off. It's just like, you've been taking like, the tokens coming for like 5 years, mate. It's like, if you don't want to give us the money, just don't give it to us, innit? I guess it's a bit of a weird one. Like, even in terms of like most of the OG, I hate saying OG because it makes no sense, but like, the original like protocols like OpenSea, MetaMask, Pump Fund 2 an extent is kind of the originals. Those type of products, like, they could do an airdrop to the few people that are actually using the protocol. I know like Pump Fund had a massive surge in usage, so that would kind of dilute the airdrop. MetaMask, I just feel like the airdrops that are due to people who were originally here like a long time ago and using these protocols and products and putting real money on the line, because it was all new at the time, paying exorbitant gas fees and all the rest of it. I feel like those people would make out like bandits, and these guys who have the funds to actually do the airdrop don't want to do that. They want to actually spread out the token as far as possible, to get in as many people's hands as possible, and that in turn dilutes the original people who were taking the smart contract risk. You should reward people who were like downloaded a Chrome extension and not realizing the risks that entails, giving access to that person's data and their computer to an extent. There's personal information on there. Just pay it out, man. Like, I just don't understand what the delay is. Clearly the market's bottomed. If you think that the token's going to sell off, then maybe the token's not a good token, but at the same time you should stick to your word and actually do the Pump Fund airdrop, do the OpenSea airdrop, do the MetaMask airdrop, whatever airdrops people were talking about. Just do it, man. Like, I can see like a prime example is like Mega. Mega ETH's just come out. It came out with a lot of fanfare. They done their ICO raise. People put in like 136k. They got back, they made a 2x on it, and they pretty much just dumped the token because what's the point? What's the point? And those are people who are like registered. They're like KYC verified and had access and took the risk and put the money in, and they got a 2x out of it, which is, I mean, it's okay. And then they're trying to convince you to stake it for 90 days while emissions like continue to come out from somewhere. There's a reason why this token is down, and it's not because the product is bad per se. It's more that I don't know. It's just more factory, isn't it? It's just more VCs in the back. I don't know. Like people got their money and they dumped it. Really, after waiting 3 months, they dump it for a 2x. It's insane. It's insane. But it's an L2 token, so like obviously there's not a lot of love for L2 tokens. What else has been going on? The IMF warns new AI models will amplify cyber attacks on financial systems, raising risks of funding strains, solvency concerns, and broader market disruptions. Yeah, they're shitting their pants about the AI, isn't it? Because it's got the ability to just basically hack anything. When Mythos comes out, I don't think they'll ever like release Mythos to the general public. And I think like all these institutions, the banks, central governments, they all have access to this thing, and they're realizing what it is, and they're trying to build like protections against it before it goes into the public hands. And even then, it will be like a watered down version. You're not going to get the full version of this thing, which is quite scary if you think about it. If the government's got like this all powerful AI that can hack anything and see all, what hope do like individuals living in under their jurisdiction, I don't know, under their governance, what chance do we have? Trade Guy shares one thing that all time traders have in common. I just don't listen to Fred Guy. Trust me, like my own personal advice to you, or if you're like getting involved or you're thinking about it, I mean, maybe those are the people you want to listen to for this cycle, but you really need to have your own mind made up about the investments that you're looking at. This one here, I've gone through the breakdown of it and I've explained it as best I can. This is not me saying that you should buy this token. This is me just explaining what I'm doing and how I understand it. It's a process for me to help me, like, when I listen back, was I right? Was I wrong? What, you're just questioning yourself basically. And that's what these streams are pretty much about. It's just like finding new things that no one else is talking about and seeing, whether or not it will work out. Big buys coming in right now. Big buys coming in right now. So like, it's just patience, isn't it? And every day I'm going to come on and like talk about this thing at the chart. in regards to the token as well, like I'm wondering if anyone's going to build any sort of like utility towards it. It doesn't have to perhaps be the dev. Maybe someone could build a yield farm. Maybe someone could build like a staking mechanism. I don't know, like something where the token has a little more utility. Because at the end of the day, it is an ERC20 token on Ethereum, so programmability for the token is possible. It's just that who's going to step up and actually do something genuine with it and not try to rug people. I did see a website where you could stake it to earn a yield, which means that you earn more Saito, but like I just don't trust anything unless I see the relevant names or like people actually talking about it consistently. Yeah, I don't know. Staking is just not for me. Anytime I've had done staking, it's just been a bad experience. It doesn't matter what the product or protocol is, it's always been a complete disaster. In terms of like whether or not I can cash out, waiting 21 days while the price dumps, it's just like, no, just don't do it. But this could be the new token of this cycle. I've got a feeling it is. And we'll consistently see, hopefully, like volume just keeps on increasing, and market cap and FDV, fully diluted valuation, just keeps on going up. Yeah, low energy, not much to talk about. It's just dead. It's just dead. It's just a dead market. Some people are excited about things. For me, it's the only thing. It's the Uniswap V4 hooks. I need to sort of set some sort of notifications for it. So if a new hook does come out, and I think I'm following the relevant people. If I constantly see on the timeline, then I'll check it out. And it just so happens that Saito was being spoken about quite a bit, and then I was on stream and I was just like, I'll just have a look at it briefly, and then I realized what it was, and it's like, okay, this thing looks cool. I've just got a feeling, guys. Okay, beehive virus emerged from rat urine in Patagonia landfill. Infect Dutch bird watchers nobody suspects. Board luxury cruise with 147 passengers. Kill first man in 11 days. Nobody notices. Spread through the respiratory jumpsuits. Yeah, it's just like, I think the scary thing is that this virus is actually transferable. But I watched the CDC or the WHO or whatever talking about it briefly, and it was just like, listen, this is not like COVID. You need to be in a confined space for a prolonged amount of time before you get ill. Like, now ask yourself a question. If you live in a city, okay, you go to the pub, you go to work, like you get on the train, like you get on the train for 40 minutes. Is that a prolonged time? I don't know. What define a prolonged time? It could be what, like 8 hours? I don't know, man. Like, but it's out there. It's out there, and like this is to be honest, I was sort of one of the first people around back in the day when Corona started, and I remember the memes of like the Chinese are eating bats and that's how it happened, and all these like stories started to come out, and it was like mentioning it subtly, like, oh, this Corona thing, China's this, that, blah blah. It just kept on getting worse, and I remember going into like the admin office where I worked, and I was talking to a lady, I can't remember her name, and I was just like, do you know what, this might be serious, I was like, it might be a serious thing. She's like, do you think? I said, yeah, I mean, like the way people are talking, I don't know, man, like I would be worried, and she's like, maybe I should sell my stocks and shares. I said, I don't know, it's up to you. Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. Would have been a mistake. In the immediate, it would have been a good move, because obviously prices tumped really fast, but then there was a V recovery, isn't it? Yeah, and I saw the inklings of it online, and honestly I'm looking at it now, and it's just kind of like everyone wants it to happen. Anyone I'm following anyway, or anyone on my timeline, is sort of like, oh please, like I hope it happens. So everyone's watching with more caution, and they sometimes optimism. Like I'm seeing optimism on the timeline too, like hoping and praying that it happens. But the more eyes that are on it, the less likely it's going to be to happen. And plus the stock market's not really reflecting it, because you would see like price rises in like medical stocks like Pfizer and whatnot if it was actually going to happen. So yeah, just keep an eye on it. I don't think it's anything that perhaps we need to worry about in the immediate, but like who knows. Apparently like I said, it's like 6 to 8 weeks in incubation. So like someone could have it and not realize it. So yeah, maybe by the summer, June, July, you'll just start hearing things. They'll just be like, look guys, I know it's summer, the sun's out, but you're gonna have to stay indoors for a little bit. But they're already working on a cure for it. Apparently in the UK there's some scientists who's already found the cure, so like they're killing it. It's just, yeah, I mean, it's weird because like obviously lockdown for a lot of people was either really good or a nightmare. I came out of it on top, like luckily because I was into crypto and things just worked out. Um, I remember going like having to force myself back into it, like a work for a little while, and I remember talking to people and everyone was talking about like the COVID thing. Um, and I was the only one thinking like I came out actually on top. I was very lucky, very lucky. And I don't know if that's going to be the case this time. Um, but yeah, if there is like they do say what guys, we might have to lock down for 2 weeks. Those 2 weeks are going to be amazing, especially if it's in the summer. It's going to be amazing. Like social distancing. Remember social distancing, all of that. You can go to the park and just lie on the fucking grass. There's no one around you. Oh, the birds are out. No noise. Oh, man, oh man. Could be good. Could be good. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. How long did I go for? 45 minutes. That's good for me. I'll be back tomorrow. More energy. I'm just not in the mood today, guys. I don't know. I just feel a bit down. It's a weird one. It's a weird one. I can't explain it. But sometimes I just feel a bit agitated and annoyed. It's just things annoy me. I'm human. So yeah. Anyway, I guess that's it. Thanks for listening. I just thought I'd give you a quick update on what I think of Saito and what's going on. And I'll be back on tomorrow. Hopefully, a bit more energy, talk about things, and yeah, I guess that's it. Let's see if I can like end this the right way. It's my first stream on my actual YouTube channel, so like yeah, shout out to anyone who actually tuned in. I'm not looking at the screen if there's any comments. I doubt there is. All right, guys, take it easy. The same thing. Yeah.
coming.